is Joe Rogan and his podcast, and the big news obviously was that he tested positive for COVID. And I don't want to dwell on this too much because there's so much entertaining commentary online about this. But what I wanted to, given that we do podcasting as well, and I'm not saying that we're anywhere in the same level of league as him in terms of viewership, nowhere near close or anything like that. But it did make me wonder that, he posted his experience online, said what happened. He said he threw everything at it in terms of treatments and whatever. And I was just wondering in that context, and I think this is kind of being brought out in the commentary as well, that I don't know if in my position, if I had hundreds of millions of people listening into everything I'm saying and respecting what my opinion is on something, whether it would be wise to do what he did, which was to tout his experience with, the types of treatments that he was talking about, when it's all completely anecdotal, but it kind of passes itself off as, oh, well, if you do what I did, you could have the same result,
Yeah, look, I think, you're pretty desperate when you start taking ivermectin and claiming it's protecting you when you didn't think you needed any protection in the first place. But I think the real lesson here for everyone is you get vaccinated or you're on your own, and you resorting to Facebook memes and various tropes that there's veterinary pharmaceuticals that can help you. Yeah. It's ridiculous.
But what about the idea that he's using his platform, even if he says, I don't think it's enough for him to say afterwards, I'm a moron, I don't know anything. It feels like to me that he should be a little bit more responsible with what he's saying to his listeners if they're hanging on his words, if that makes sense.
Yeah, look, I don't know. We can't judge his audience without having met them all personally, but if they don't, well, I would hope that they'll be able to take a step backwards and just see the perspective. And the perspective is that if there's nothing to see here, look where he's ended up.
Yeah.
And I think that in itself is a valuable lesson.
Actually, maybe I should qualify that by saying that obviously there's lots of platforms that, provide their opinions on what to do. But the thing is they stick to it. Whereas he's throwing in a caveat that, oh, well, what do I know?
That's right.
It's like he's trying to have it both ways kind of thing.
Well, I think because he knows that he said some silly things at the start, and now he's been caught out. And I guess, then you start you're clutching at straws like he has, and then pretending you don't know anything when, okay, obviously you don't, but he should be really getting out there now and setting the record straight.
Well, I guess that'll happen after he's had his full experience, because I think he's still in the middle of the, the period where it's still affecting him. So I guess we'll see what happens after, I guess, another week and a half, and he pops up on one of his episodes again to talk about.
Well, I'm sure we'll see then, yeah.